This is Will Morris, coming to you today, as hopefully forever in the future, from my office in lovely Midtown Miami. I think for the first subject matter of our first podcast, given that's literally hours before the next election, the election which many consider the most important election of our lifetime. Now, I know it's probably been said about other elections, the same things have been said about other elections. However, I do believe deeply that this election will define who America wants to be, who America is going to become, and who America is. Now, there's been talk about this election being for the soul of America. It probably is true. It's probably true. It's probably accurate. But I think it's more important than that. I think it's more than just for the soul of America. It's for the future of America. It's for what we hope to be. It's putting us back on top, putting us back where we once were, where we were the beacon of democracy, where we were the country that everybody looked to, everybody tried to emulate, and everyone thought of as being that country up on the hill, that country where everyone in the world aspired to be and wanted to be in. I think over the last 4 years, we have lost that lofty stance that we once had. I think we have lost that leadership role that we once possessed. I think this election, if we ever are to get back to where we were, this is the defining moment. This is it. Now, there are going to be people who are going to say, well, America does not itself have the greatest of history. No, we don't. Well, when you look at slavery and the way we treated the Indians, sure, we don't have the best of history. Sure, some of the things that are happening now might be exactly who we are. They might very well be. But we can only hope. And the road, the path which we're pursuing right now does not lend itself to a betterment of the American society, to the betterment of the lives of the Americans, to the betterment of their stance in the world. It doesn't appear to be that way. And so, while we may have differences in opinions and policies, I think the overriding and the driving force for us all should be to get back to a country where we can take pride in who we are, and we can take pride in our position in the world, and more importantly, we can take pride in who our leaders are. So, whatever your political affiliations are, whatever your political leanings are, despite the efforts and in spite of the efforts to silence your voice, you should go out and vote. And when you're out there voting, when you're out there casting your ballot, ask yourself, are we indeed better off than we were 4 years ago? If your answer is yes, you vote that way. If the answer is no, you vote the other way. But for God's sakes, go out and vote.
Ever wonder whether your vote counts? Ever wonder, what if you had voted? Would the results of the election been different? Ever disagreed with the president's action, policy, or decision? Do you complain? Do you get upset? Your vote is your way of making your voice heard. It is your duty as a citizen.
In 1992, your vote brought America back from a recession. In 2008, your vote made history. You elected the first Black president of the United States. In 2020, your vote can make history again because this is the most important election of your lifetime. Vote as if your life depends on it, because it does. Whether you are a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, your vote matters. Your voice is important. This is your chance to change the world. Vote now.
TrueNewsBlog.com, because your voice matters.